recipe for any muffin or cupcake that you want to make. I've made a ham and cheese version for Savory, and I've used a large burger bun mold, as well as made these gorgeous cupcakes in a regular size mold. And I've done lemon poppy, I've done raspberry white chocolate, and I've done blueberries, all my favorites. And of course we have to have chocolate as well. The nutritional information and your shopping list is listed in the description box. And one more thing, if you want a recipe similar to this, a magic cookie recipe that can create and make any type of cookie that you want, click on this link now and let's get into the recipe now. Preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius, and I have a mold that I use for burger buns, but it is a large muffin tray, and set it aside. In the bowl I have 3/4 cup of clean keto chicken flour. It equates to about 90 grams of the CK chicken flour, and to that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And because we're doing savory muffins, I'm only adding 2 tablespoons of granulated sweetener. It's just going to take or dial down that chicken flour taste. A pinch of salt, 2 large eggs, and a 1/4 cup of almond milk. Now, before I mix this all together, you will notice that I haven't added any flavoring. I'm gonna go with a ham and cheese and maybe something Italian herb and garlic muffin. But I wanna do this mix plain, so you have the choice of what flavored muffins you would like to make. Mix it all together. And this is the consistency of the batter. It's actually quite thick. If your batter is thicker than this, then that means your eggs are smaller than mine. You want to use about 118 to 120 grams worth of eggs to get this consistency. But in any case, you can add a little bit of water to thin this out. Spoon the batter into your casing, and this is going to make 4 large muffins. Adding a loosely filled 1/4 cup of diced ham and about the same amount of sharp cheese. This is just a pinch of dried chives. And now I'm just mixing that in with the batter. And now just smooth that off and garnish. If you have some herbs in there, add a little extra on top. Here's my muffins, and now you're going to bake in a preheated oven, like I said before, 350 Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius for about 20 minutes. Ta-da! This time we're gonna make 8 sweet or treaty cupcakes, and I have the same amount of CK almond flour here, 90 grams or 3/4 cup. To that I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, and this time a 1/4 cup of granulated sweetener. It's double the sweetener of the savory ones. Pinch of salt, 2 large eggs equating to about 118 grams of egg, and a 1/4 cup of almond milk. You can use water if you wish. If you want to flavor this entire bowl with the same kind of cupcakes, for example, if you want to make a chocolate cupcake, you would use 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and then you can add a 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips. I'm going to show you how to get different flavors with every cupcake. So I'm going to mix it all up. Now this is the consistency of my batter. You can see it's a bit more runny, but it doesn't actually matter. It's going to turn out great. This recipe is going to make 8 cupcakes. You can see the casing smaller, much smaller, And this time, if you're using a metal casing, then you want to line it as well. You will find that you don't need much batter because this batter actually doubles in size. So it looks like I'm not actually adding a lot, but you're going to get bang for your buck. Okay, I'm going to make 2 chocolate chip ones. So this is a half teaspoon of Dutch cocoa powder or rich cocoa powder. And I'm just going to mix this cocoa powder in before I add my chocolate chips. A tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate chips. Mixing that in. 3 raspberries in these, a tablespoon of white sugar-free chocolate chips, and how about some blueberries? I'm adding a teeny tiny bit of vanilla extract in these because I think it will taste better, and a couple of drops of lemon juice. For these, they're going to be a lemon and poppy seed, and I'm adding a heaping teaspoon of lemon rind and a half teaspoon of poppy seeds. Oh, yum. Lastly, half teaspoon of lemon juice. And now I'm just going to incorporate all these ingredients. Can't wait to, these are all my favorite flavored cupcakes. Okay, going to place one on top. Hopefully they will stay on top, but that's just going to let me know what flavor cupcakes these are. A little bit of lemon zest on top. Okay, our savory muffins are ready now, and you're going to get to see how these have just grown. They have completely filled the mold. Oh, the smell. And these have rose right out of the pan. And here is our savory muffin. Have a look, it's perfectly baked. And I'm going to cut into it so you can get a sense of the texture. And I'll break into it as well. I just want to show you how well these cupcakes and muffins rise. Here's the metal tray, and then there it's actually sticking out of the pan. This one's the raspberry white chocolate. This one's the lemon poppy. Oh my. And it's beautiful on the inside. I'm just taking it apart so you can see the texture. It's soft. Lovely. Likewise, this is the lemon blueberry one. I'll open, oh my goodness, look at all that blueberry here. Oh my. Honestly, these are very similar or just like something you would get out of a restaurant or a deli. And I just love that it's one recipe and it's so low in carbs, and you've got the creative freedom to make them how you want. If you get to try it, do let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well.